Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are taking a look at Avatar the Last Airbender. This is, of course, the first season. We're on episode 3. This one's called Umashu, I think. Either way, the first 2 episodes have been a lot of fun. I have not been disappointed by the live action remake of it. The bending is super cool. I just can't wait to see more of the story and how we kind of tweak things to keep it interesting.
Yeah, I've been loving this so far. This has been so amazing to see them bring this to life, breathe some fresh new air into it. I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to keep this going.
I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'd be remiss if we didn't mention that we have seen after our first couple reactions that it is getting mixed reviews. Thank you very much for not releasing spoilers. We love that you guys are interacting in the comments, but not doing that. But again, mixed reviews, but I'm enjoying it. I really am. Going into episode 3 with a lot of optimism, so I'm excited.
All right, without further ado, let's go! Oh, then the music.
The music, man. They nailed that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have our newspaper carnival barker telling us what happened before.
Well, that's Korra, not...
Oh, that's true, I guess.
She's willing to help us. At great personal risk. If she can summon the courage, so must we all. Fire Lord Ozai must die tonight!
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Good luck with that.
Oh, look at that garb.
They think they're just going to sneak up on the Fire Lord and take
This
him
feels
out.
a lot like a trap.
It's empty.
No.
And it's a trap.
No.
There is no way out. This was a one-way journey.
God.
How many more lives? Will it take another century of loss and suffering?
Do not speak to me of loss. My compliments on making it this far. Then again, we in the Fire Nation have always prided ourselves on our resourcefulness.
Oh, double agent.
Azula.
Azula.
Oh!
Oh, look at this.
Oh, now we're going to see the evil smile.
Yes, Father.
Wow.
You may have stopped us tonight, Ozai, but there is one out there who cannot be stopped. The one who will restore balance to the world. The one who has returned to us.
Oh, that was really fast.
Oh, and she likes it. Look at her.
Yeah.
The one who will restore balance to the world. Can you believe they think the Avatar has returned? What's this?
A message from one of my commanders in the Southern Seas. No one of any importance.
Zuko has found the Avatar?
Your brother has done the impossible. Just as I'd asked.
Oh, rubbing it in a little bit.
Oh, we see her getting a little unhinged already.
The Avatar. Really?
Well, I think she knows that if her brother brings back the Avatar, well, you know, we already know how the story goes. But in her mind, at this point right now,
Right.
if brother brings back the Avatar, then he's back in good graces. He takes over. That concerns her. The old waterbending scrolls.
The water whip. Arms. Weight shift.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Okay.
Got to work on your forms.
I don't get it. Basic bending forms are mostly just physical movement, but when you get into the harder moves, like the water whip, you really need to reach inside and feel the energy flow.
I mean, everyone knows that.
Monks always told us to find a place where emotion meets spirit, a place deeper than thought. Tap into your feelings and gather energy from them. Tap into your feelings. Wow. That's okay. I bet it was my fault. Should never be a teacher. The monks always said I never listened. I think that's what they said. I never listened. All the more reason for us to get to the Northern Water Tribe, right?
That's right. We've got the best waterbending masters in the world.
I might even listen to them.
Okay, it's time to go. We shouldn't stay in the same place for too long.
Yeah, good job, Momo.
Every time Aang and Katara are by the water, I'm thinking it's going to be the one where he accidentally burns her.
No.
Of course, I have no idea what she saw in you.
Hey, what's not to like? What is it, Fire Nation?
No! I think it's another airbender.
He's headed for that mountain.
That's no mountain. That's a marshu. Yip, yip.
Yip, yip.
He was headed north when he left Kyoshi Island.
He'll need to stop for food and water. Well, he may be the Avatar, but he still needs to eat and drink.
I can alert my contacts. No! I told you! No one else can know of his existence.
Too late.
We have a window of opportunity. As long as the Avatar remains in this area,
They're sure to find out.
which is why I suggest you allow me to contact a few trusted sources. Very good.
Commander Zhao's ship has arrived.
Perfect timing. To the Fire Nation.
I don't like him.
He does have a disagreeable quality.
Word is, Zhao failed his officer training program 3 times.
Did I ask for your opinion?
Whoa.
Could have gave you some intel.
He was only trying to help.
He was gossiping about a superior officer.
Omashu was carved out of a living mountain. It's one of the wonders of the Earth Kingdom. The artists, scientists, builders, plus food there is amazing.
Sokka there.
Oh, we're going to see the slides. Yep. You see him in action.
Looks like there's a line to get in.
Did I tell you before?
Oh!
Don't take kindly to outsiders in Omashu.
What makes you think we're outsiders?
Is it that obvious?
But we have a friend we need to see. We just could use a little help getting inside.
Sorry. I've added the turnip sack. Sure you can make that look good too.
Oh.
Big brother, not digging it.
Try as they might, firebenders haven't been able to take it yet. That's why they're so careful here.
So how do you know we're not a threat?
Just a feeling? Oh, wow.
I just keep picturing the cartoon version
Yeah.
of Sokka every time I hear him talk.
State your business.
Headed to market, as usual. Oh, it wasn't a great crop this month. She told me I wasn't watering the turnips enough. Yeah, there was a reason I married her.
Irrigation, am I right?
My brother-in-law would agree if he could speak. Struck mute at birth.
You'd be amazed at how much he can say without. Just laugh so hard.
All right, that's enough. Move along.
Wow.
That.
Wonder if they'd keep Titans out.
Oh. I think they need bigger walls.
Oh, there we
There
go.
we go.
Oh, look at
Ah.
that thing.
They already took off the.
We're in
Inside the gates.
disguise.
Why not?
Made it in. We're good now.
Good luck finding your friend. And be careful. Masha can be a dangerous place.
There he is. Look.
Let's,
Hey, wait up!
You're swinging that staff.
yeah, no kidding.
Watch out for my.
Oh, they're
what a
teasing
tease.
us. They're teasing us. They're teasing us.
What a tease.
You're not an airbender.
An airbender? Of course I'm not.
Whoa.
Little science project going wrong.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's an airbender. You're a waterbender.
Tail! Tail! Are you all right?
Wow, they nail him.
I'm fine. We should get him out of the smoke.
Here, our house is right here.
Oh, that dude.
What were you doing out there?
I just landed. How was I supposed to know there'd be another bombing? I mean, that wasn't an accident? Nothing the Fire Nation does is an accident.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Their spies are everywhere in the city.
It's not safe anywhere these days.
Omashu could be a dangerous place.
More water.
You're an airbender. Do you realize what this means? We finally have a way to take the fight to the enemy. You could drop bombs on them, rain down destruction. Pretty great, huh? That's the mechanist to the king of Omashu.
Mechanist?
Ah, just a fancy word for someone who wastes a lot of time tinkering. Play but a small role.
Hey, if everyone in Omashu were as dedicated as you, this war would be over. The Fire Nation would be on their knees by now.
Yes.
Well, we have our own part to play in the war. Right, Aang? Yes, which is why we have to go.
Oh, right. Just promise me, you'll really stick it to the firebenders. Make them pay.
Stuff is incredible. I mean, look at this.
Those are for cleaning under your toenails. It can get bloody.
Ooh.
See the mechanism on that sorting machine? It's spring-powered. Ingenious. I should have done that with our kayak racks back home.
You're all right.
Oh, jeez.
Hey? It's my responsibility to help these people.
How are you going to do that?
Being the Avatar isn't just about fighting. It's about helping people. Like Tao and his father. And everyone in the city.
What about getting to the north? Didn't Kiyoshi tell you had to get there to prevent a tragedy?
And I'm gonna do that. But I have to do this too.
Oh, we got our side quest starting.
I have to do it one person at a time. That's why I'm staying in Omashu. I want to help. And I think I can. Because I'm the Avatar. About these bombings. He's done the impossible.
There's the rest of them.
Doing everything Father has asked.
Robin Hood action.
Tell us about your mission. Were you nervous? Was your life really in danger? Not really. People in the Resistance aren't the brightest of flames. Can you expect from peasants?
At least you got out into the city, Zuko.
Your deadpan delivery.
If I were him, I wouldn't want to come back.
Yes.
All dear old Zuzu wants.
Zuzu.
I worked for. Technically, he is first in line to be Fire Lord. Not that he deserves to be.
And I remember everything we've had to do to stay alive since then. We worked hard and we kept our heads down.
This is not how we're going to change the world.
But it is how we'll survive.
You pretend like you don't care
See
what's
the
going on.
blimp there.
I mean, why else would you build all this if not to help our army? Like this.
That's just an experiment.
With the sword. Show it to Sokka. Show it to Sokka.
My sources say an airbender was spotted there.
Omashu. Enemy territory.
Indeed. But not to worry. There are ways to gain entry if you know the right people. Which I do.
This guy.
If anything happens in Omashu, we won't be able to help you.
The prince and I will be fine. We know what it means to be on our own.
Look at that bridge.
Oh!
A little friendly fire.
What are you doing?
Fire Nation spies.
But that means the mechanist is a...
Traitor. Come on.
Didn't she just splash herself in the face with water?
Yeah. It's low humidity there. Dries fast.
It's a dry region.
The Mechanist has been working for the Fire Nation. Building devices, selling secrets.
Sokka and Aang.
They're in danger. I've got to warn them.
They'll be fine.
Easy, pal.
He's a coward. He never take any direct action. This one, on the other hand.
Oh,
nice.
Who are you?
You can call me Jet.
Yep. When he was in the wagon, I was like, are they going to introduce another character right off the rip? And like I said, it's been a while since we've seen Avatar, and
Jet doesn't like the Fire Nation much, does he?
not at all.
No, he doesn't.
There's the cave!
Now, are we going to meet the rest of his crew?
So clumsy, I wasn't sure you'd ever catch up.
Big talk for someone who's outnumbered.
Good thing I brought friends then.
Oh, whoops.
Hey, got him. Ankle hook.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he connected him.
Nice. Oh,
Here comes
boy.
the rest of the crew.
I brought friends too.
Coming down from the trees.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ah!
slicing, dicing.
Yes.
Hey, buddy.
Ah.
Thanks, Pipsqueak.
No, that's
He's the Duke. I'm Pipsqueak.
there it is.
You coming?
Well, no, it's just an idea I had to make our ice dodging ships more maneuverable.
Very clever. Your father must be proud of you. Protecting the ones we love is important. But I also know we must pursue the talents that we've been given. Sokka, you're a gifted engineer. Don't ignore that. It's not always easy to find your path in life, but when you find it, you must embrace it.
Sometimes it finds you.
Welcome.
It's like Sherwood Forest.
That's what I was thinking. It's
I was
giving
going
me
to
the
say the
vibes.
Family Robinsons.
Everyone here has lost someone to the Fire Nation. Families. Loved ones. We're orphans. What are we now, Smeller Bee?
Freedom fighters!
I was hoping they were going to say Wolverines.
Wolverines! Not quite.
Not quite. A little different.
Here, look. If you mix Tinkar with salt water and then boil it down, you get this blasting jelly. A few jars could blow half the neighborhood sky high. What is it? What'd you find?
The firebenders were behind the explosion.
Oh, he recognizes the clothes.
That's the gentlemanly thing to do.
Yeah, after you blow up half the city.
It's hearsay.
Remember the sunrise.
There we go.
There you go.
That's the start of it.
We don't have to be afraid of our pain. We just need to decide what we're going to do with it.
Oh, boy.
Trying some Omashu barbecue. It's not often you get the opportunity.
This is the Great Omashu.
I'm told that Fire Nation agents in the city have taken to sowing terror to weaken the Earthbenders' resistance.
That's not right. Warriors don't hide their faces in a fight. Father would never approve of this underhanded tactic.
Well,
who knows what true north lies in the Fire Nation?
It has come to my attention to the flame eternal, Princess Azula.
It may have taken a while, Lieutenant Day, but we are finally in the big game. You know the officer on Prince Zuko's crew, the one who slipped you the information about the Avatar? Lieutenant G. I'd like to speak to him. Sir.
Zuko, if you weren't a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Sokka! Hey, check this out.
Nah.
It was.
You're not gonna believe this. I know who's behind the bombings. What? No, Jet's not the bad guy.
Willing to believe anything as long as it helps you.
This is just like you. I'm so sick of you treating me like I'm a little girl.
Then grow up!
Oh.
Where are you going?
To prove you're a jerk.
Well, I don't need proof of that. Would you like to try one of
Not right now.
They're not gonna let him say it. They're not gonna let him say it.
They're gonna tease us with it.
Yeah. So close.
Listen, we need to talk.
Later. Just launched a big mission. Things might get a little hot for us around here.
Mission? What mission?
I mean, you were there when we confirmed the Mechanist was a traitor. He took care of his partners. We need to take care of him.
Jet, what are you gonna do?
We know how to take out the garbage.
So sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm so clumsy. Are you hurt?
No. No harm done. Okay. No harm done.
You know,
Switch it out. Switcheroo.
Oh, look at that.
Going to blow him up?
Not just him. He's got an audience with the king. This is our chance to burn out this city's diseased heart.
Sokka was right.
The warehouse we destroyed, that was a meeting spot for spies. And by flushing them out, we got those 3 yesterday. Now the Mechanist will help us root out even more evil.
Innocent people are gonna die, Jet.
That's the price of freedom.
No.
You were right. Shut up and gloat later. Right now, we need to stop Sai.
Yeah.
Jet planted a bomb on him.
What's the fastest way to the palace?
It's at the highest point of the city.
Oh. Face to face.
This guy? Again?
Go. Get to the palace and stop Sai. This is my fight.
Ooh.
Keep your firebending in check, or you'll have the Earth Kingdom army to deal with.
I don't need fire to defeat this boy.
Oh, here we go.
It's gonna have a straight up fight, huh?
Oof. Nice. Ah. Yeah. Thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh, yeah.
Aim for the bushes. Oh. Oh.
Got him at the end.
Yes.
With the broom.
Oh. Wow.
They're like, guys, we need some color for this scene. What do you have in mind?
Sai said all routes lead to the palace. You just have to take this one to the end of the line.
The end of the line may be coming soon.
Ready?
Oh.
2, 3!
Oh.
The old Fast and Furious jump.
Totally was.
Why, you've been hunting me for 3 years?
How do you know it's been 3 years? Unless...
You have my notebook.
Oh, yeah.
My comments.
They finally gave it to us.
Rule of 3.
Nice.
Ugh.
Oh no.
You better find some water.
Nice.
That's a cool effect.
protect the king.
You done it now, Zuko. Let everybody's cabbages and produce stands on fire.
We must leave now. For the Fire Nation!
Oh.
Ooh.
Little diversion. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
They got us.
Plazikins. There
Oh,
we go.
What a
Hey,
fun,
that's-
what a fun episode. So I only saw the animated series of Avatar just the one time that we did on this channel. So the fun thing for me is going through and we're watching this live action. There's bits and pieces and characters I remember, but I don't remember exactly how everything played out because of course we did Avatar and then we did Katara, and as you might have caught in the beginning, I was even getting those, or Legend of Korra, Legend of Katara. She should have her own show, why not? But Legend of Korra, and as you maybe caught in the beginning, I was already getting my wires crossed on that one a little bit with how they did the intro. So this still feels kind of new to me, but in a way where I know the characters, but things are maybe slightly different. So what I would love is, for all of you in the comments who really know this series, maybe kind of help out some of the differences, some of the Easter eggs. Of course, we finally got our cabbages, and I kind of remembered what happened with Jet a little bit, and I remember in the series, I thought it was a dam that they were going to take out. And maybe they still will get to that, but that was the big thing that I remember with Jet, because I found his character so interesting because he's somebody who had a legit reason to really hate the Fire Nation, but the way that he was doing things were harming essentially his own people, and he wasn't thinking that through. But I really liked his whole crew. I found those guys really interesting in the animated series, and I did like Jet. It was just unfortunate the kind of the way that his character was written, so flawed like that, but that was good to see. I really liked the fight scene with the double swords. That was fun. I thought that Aang and Zuko had a pretty solid fight there with a little bit of bending and some different TV effects and things like that. And and again, and I said it before and I'll say it again, we don't know how trained in any kind of martial arts any of these actors are. For all we know, they could have had to pick it up right then and there for this show and have to deliver some of these scenes. So I'm perfectly happy with that. The thing that I liked about their fight scene is it almost kind of reminded me of like some of the Jackie Chan fighting style, I'll call it, where like in his movies, he would always use the things around him to his advantage. Like he'd be fighting a guy by a table and maybe slide the chair in front of him, or, do something with a curtain rod, or, whatever. Jackie was always really inventive at that, to use the environment around him. And that's kind of the vibe I got from their fight scene a little bit. But and the other thing that I'm just struggling with a little bit is I'm trying to remember how much we're packing in to these episodes. I'm trying to remember, okay, how much time did they spend with Jet and company? How long was it before they found out what was going on? And I'm only doing that so I have a bit of a frame of reference. But the way the show is being presented to me now, if I was just to watch it as it is, I think I would still find it every bit as entertaining. This has been a lot of fun, and we got a little taste of what Uncle Iroh is capable of with some of his firebending.
Well, it was fun to see Tayo and his father, Sai, is that how you say it? And like watching them, like in his glider that he has for being able to quote unquote fly, which Aang thought he was an airbender. And it was funny how they did kind of a callback to the show. He's like, "You're not an airbender," and like his disappointment and then like slight anger, because remember they had that little back and forth there that of him flying. But after that, I mean, this was really a fun episode that they hit the ground running. They introduced an Earth Kingdom. We got to see the chutes, so they showed us all the chutes, and finally Sokka and Katara used them at the end and did the old jump over to the other one to go and save, which I'm presuming is Boomy up there at the top, because he was sitting there waiting to get his thing. So I'm definitely looking forward to the next episode because I'm assuming we're gonna get more of him. But otherwise, getting Jet involved, and I believe it was that because it was more there in the jungle when that stuff was all going down, just like how they were here. But it was nice they introduced the whole freedom fighters from Pipsqueak to Duke to Longshot, and it was just so much fun to see them guys get brought to life too. Because coming into this, we didn't know how many characters they would bring in or have more of a role than they did maybe in the cartoon. And with these guys, they gave them pretty good shine here in this episode. So it was rather delightful to see them guys. Even though we knew that we're eventually going to have to stop them from doing what they were planning on doing, it was just a completely different thing where they were going to try and take out the king, and Sai because of
He's working with
he's working with him apparently, but I'm wondering if what it is true that that he is like bringing to light any and all operatives and double agents action is what I'm feeling from him, because they can't even be too far off from the show, right? But and I can't remember the actor's name, but I've seen him in many things that he was as him. I'll look it up and find it later, but it was nice to see him in this episode. He does a lot of good. I know he's in Community and stuff like that, so I've seen him in plenty of things, so this was great seeing him in here. And then also the introduction of Azula, and of course calling him Zuzu, and then she has her counterparts. The deadpan delivery was just spot on.
Wondering how they were going to do
so
that.
I was so happy to see that too. And then now we see that, they're working together, Azula and Zhao. So this is really laying the groundwork for a lot of fun for me for this. So, and like you said, with the combined episodes, yeah, they are, I'm assuming, but to me now it's starting to move at a very nice pace for me that I'm really sinking my teeth into this.
And I know I'm not supposed to like Fire Lord Ozai at all, but that actor who's playing him is just so damn good. I'm like, he looks like such a badass. It's so hard not to like him. Daniel Day Kim is just incredible. He's got the get up on, and I'm just like, this guy.
He did lend his voice to
badass.
some airbending in Book 2 and Legend of Korra, so that's pretty cool that they brought him back for this.
Yeah, I really am wishing that we would have done a rewatch or a refresher right before we started this. It didn't feel like that long ago when we watched the series, so we felt like everything would be kind of up front and fresh. But as Mason Quinn said, it was a long series. And then, of course, after that, we did Legend of Korra, which, kind of expanded on that universe. So remembering all of the details as far as how each episode broke down is a little bit difficult. Of course, you remember the main characters. I don't recall them going after the king with the...
No, they didn't go after the king.
Yeah, so... I did, when we were doing the first episode, Andrew Answer was scrolling through, was kind of scrolling through some of the details. I did see that the original writers, exited out of production of this over what was stated as creative differences. And I'm wondering, look, there's a lot of things behind the scenes, whether it is a studio thing or to create a dam that we're going to bust. And I'm not 100% sure if that was the case, but in any regard, how can we tell this story in a shorter period of time? How can we reduce the CGI budget? How can we do this? Will it have a major impact to the story? Or do we just need Jet and his crew to do something that Katara and Sokka and Aang find to be not for the greater good? So again, the way everything plays out directly, I don't remember. Of course, in the last episode, you remember, Sokka, kind of falling in love and that, and their training and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff that obviously they've taken directly from the series, but we're 3 episodes in and we are seeing some differences from the original series, and for better or worse. I said it briefly in the intro, but after the initial episodes, we have seen a lot of mixed reviews. It seems like people either love it or they're a little disappointed. And I wonder how much of that is they don't like the acting or the storytelling, or if it's solely based on, look, you guys, you deviated from the original story. And I think you'd be really hard pressed to find something that was based off either an animated series or a book that stayed like
True.
100% true to the story. And I am not a director or a producer or anything like that, but I'm guessing there's reasons behind that maybe the fans don't, well, they shouldn't have done this, you know. And again, something as simple as it was easy to set up a scene where, I mean, because if you're talking about, you know, special effects and practical effects and stuff like that of them running up to try to save the king, of course they had the carts versus, you know, whatever. And of course this is purely speculation on my part, but you know, it's me trying to understand why I think they would have switched up the script.
I remember you brought that up before about the difficulties of some of the things they did in Avatar, and to bring that to a live action just because of the CGI budget.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that I'm wondering that they did in Avatar where I'm like, okay, I'm still like the big Cyclops guy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm wondering how they're going to pull that off, whether it's just going to be a large human-sized person or whether they're going to get somebody massive, whether that's even going to come in a later episode. But there was a lot of things, and Mason Quinn is right, that I said on multiple occasions that this worked better as an animated series because of the fact that it may be difficult to present this in a live action and have it look real, or, you know, keep the budget within reason. But overall, I thought this was a lot of fun. I really loved they gave us a couple of cabbages teas. I wasn't sure if that was going to play out through the series.
That's what I was thinking too.
Like every episode had one or two, but depending on the settings, maybe that again didn't present itself. So that was kind of fun. I liked that we got to see was it Sai and his son, you know, and kind of get some insight into what they're doing. I really liked the speech between Sai and Sokka about, you know, hey, you know, you have to kind of, you know, just accept what you've been blessed with and, you know, make the best that you can of that. So, you know, I thought that was pretty cool. You know, there's a lot of good warriors, not enough good engineers. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But overall, I thought this was a good episode. I agree with Mason Quinn. I thought the battle between Zuko and Aang in the market was pretty cool, and it did give I'm glad. And I'm watching this and I'm like, this feels familiar. It felt familiar. And you're absolutely right. The Jackie Chan style where everything is a weapon. Everything is a weapon. And he's using his hands, his feet, everything. But no, this was another fun episode. Again, it took some liberties, but it took us along the path of the animated series, and it did well for me. So I'm enjoying it, you know, and I guess when I come in, I'm not like super hardcore. We went through it once. I loved it though, right? Like I absolutely loved it. And now getting a live action, I'm sitting back and enjoying it. Both of my older brothers are like huge Star Wars fans, huge, but they're like hardcore, like OG Star Wars fans. And I'll tell you right now, did not love any of the more recent stuff that made its way to theaters. And I went and just enjoyed it for what it was. Like, I'm going to judge this movie on the action, whether I felt it was entertaining. And I did. And they all got put on the back burner.
I don't have a brother.
That got put on the back burner for what they did with the story. And so I understand. And again, without giving us spoilers, you know, let us know. Again, are your gripes with CGI? Are your gripes with the acting or the presentation? I know there was a couple people who thought Zuko wasn't necessarily a good cast, or not so much as good cast, but even people didn't like the way they represented his makeup because it wasn't enough. It didn't look like enough of a burn mark. I saw some people. Zuko's face is too round in the animated
his face in the movie.
In the animated,
he had like two little things
in the animated series. He had, you know, more of a narrow, sharper face. Yeah. So, but on the flip side of that argument, they cast like Aang in Aang and Sokka and Katara, just like
perfect
how they look, literally animated.
Then Danny Pudi is
General
he's
Iroh.
perfect.
General Iroh.
Yeah,
you know, the Fire Lords.
Yep.
They have a lot of casts. Azula, I don't know that.
She seemed like she was taller.
I
in
felt
the
like she
animated
had. I
series.
feel like so Princess Azula answer just pulled up. She has sharper facial features in the animated series, where the Azula, they got a beautiful young woman, but she has softer facial features. I think so. I don't know that it's.
I think that was so that they could easily get you with that tease at the beginning that
tease.
she was the.
Yeah,
but Ty Lee was represented like perfectly.
It is, but it is
Ty Lee.
very interesting. And Sokka is the one that throws me off the most because it's like this dude looks.
Yeah, it's like when I see him talk,
Like,
all
it
I see is like the animated cartoon
looks
over
like
his
the
face.
They could have had the guy that did the voice for him on the animated show like dub over, and it would be like spot. It wouldn't throw me off one bit.
It's wild.
It'd be perfect.
But again, we've been loving the comments so far, but without spoilers, elaborate to us. The pluses and minuses, ups and downs that you see. We're enjoying the ride. I'm having a lot of fun with it. For the people who love it, I'm with you. For the people who don't love it, I understand. As a casual fan, I'm not feeling your pain as much. But as like I said, that's why I laid the example out with my brothers, because there's something as a casual fan was like, oh, this seems like a lot of fun. They were like, versus. So, but look, I'm taking this for face value. I think Netflix has done a good job with it so far, but that is my casual once through on Avatar the Last Airbender and just taking it for face value.
Yeah, and to kind of piggyback off that, the thing I like is I know some of the characters, or I remember the characters from doing the one-time watch through, and I remember what they do, or I sort of remember what they do, and now it's the chance to get to see them, and how are they going to play this? What are they going to do with Jet? What are they going to do with the rest of the crew? What are they going to do with Boomy down the road? How's that going to play out?
Once he brought out his weapons, you're like, oh, here we go.
Absolutely.
This was so much fun. We're 3 in, we've got 5 to go. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm Of Course the Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.